And we back. It is part 2 of On Paydays We Plan. Hey homegirl, I am Kiani, your responsible homegirl, and I'm so happy that you are here. If you are a new homegirl, this is your first time ever coming across this YouTube video, and you're like, for some reason, I want to watch this. Maybe it was the title that brought you in. Maybe it was my smile, or I don't know, whatever. You here for a purpose. You're here because you want to learn something about money. The title of this video is Money is Just a Tool. Before we hop in, because you are new, I have something very special for you. I want you to download my free money management guide that includes 3 questions and 3 tips to help you start your personal finance journey. All you have to do is click the link in the description box and it is yours for completely free. Let's manage this money, sis. Now, if you are true to this, you're not new to this, you've been around for a long time, you've been rocking with the responsible homegirl, welcome back, sis. Thank you for being here. My only ask of you is to, 1, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you are always updated when I upload a new YouTube video. And then the second thing is share this with your friends. I really need your help in spreading this message of financial responsibility, financial literacy. And I already know I cannot do it alone, right? So I need you to share this video if you found it helpful. And even if I've helped you in the past, send it to your homegirls, send it to your homeboys so that they can get their money together. Now, let's get into today's video. We are back with part 2 of a series called On Payday We Plan, that is inspired by my brand new planner called the Responsible Homegirl Planner, which is here. So on the front cover of the planner, I have, girl, stop wasting your money, because y'all, it agitates me so bad when hold up, something is going on with the lighting. Let me, okay. It's cool now. All right. It agitates me and it frustrates me so bad when I just see young adults, specifically women, we waste our money on so many different things. And it's not, I think half of it is because we know better, but we just choose not to do better. And then the other half is we just don't know. Like, we weren't taught about money growing up. Nobody taught us this in school. And if your parents didn't know a thing about money, how are you going to know about it? Because most of the time, majority of what you learn is at home and at school. And guys, it is a huge difference. Hear me out. It is a huge difference in making money and managing money. We don't have a problem making money. Some people have a problem with getting a good paying job and doing XYZ, but I'm talking to the girls who don't have a problem making money. You make good money. Your problem is you don't know how to manage the money. You don't know how to manage the money. Anybody can make money. It takes intentionality, skill, focus, and discipline to manage your money. And I am so passionate about money management because you can make money all day long. But it does you no good. It does your family no good. It does your community no good if you don't know how to manage it. We have a very self-centered focus and view on our money when we are blessed to be a blessing, period. But what we want to think about when we get paid is, I got enough money to pay my bills, eat out, and buy a few items. No, it is so much deeper than that. So in today's video, I'm talking about how money is just a tool, and I'm going to take you through the beginning of this planner where I am really just explaining that there is more to money than making it, spending it, and barely saving it. We have no problem going to a job or starting that business to earn income. And yes, some people may be, better at it than others. Some people may have higher paying job than others, but still, we have no problem making money. We got to make money if we want to, live in this world, pay our bills, basically be some sort of sufficient, right? Because it costs money to live. We have no problem making money. We barely save money. We put saving on the back burner. We like, yeah, I'm going to save later. I'm going to save after I do X, Y, Z. And I am just pushing the agenda of save before you pay bills. Save first. When you prioritize your savings, you are creating cushion. You are creating something that you can always have access to later for a need or for a want. I'm going to say that again. When you prioritize your savings, you are setting yourself up to access money later for a need or for a want. If you don't have that set up, when an emergency comes up, here you are on the phone calling somebody or swiping your credit card. Ask me how I know. Everything that I share with you about financial education is from a place of experience. And if I haven't experienced it, it's because I've worked with a client who has experienced it. And I just see so many of the same patterns. Y'all, we're not as unique and as special as we think we are. A lot of us are out here living the exact same lives. So I don't want you to feel like you are alone in this personal finance journey. I don't want you to feel like you are the only one going through this, or this woe is me, or oh my God, I'm so sad, nobody taught me. No, get up, learn some things, read some books, listen to some podcasts, and actually figure this thing out, because you can. And the beauty of it is you don't have to do it alone. This is why you got your responsible homegirl. So in part 1 of the series, I talked about how financial freedom takes commitment and it takes focus. Y'all, God has really been on me about focus lately and getting rid of distractions. And I am slowly but surely realizing how much distractions are related to money. Y'all, we can be on Instagram scrolling or just outside, and when I say outside, I don't necessarily mean like outside in nature, but like outside in these streets doing whatever. And we're not thinking about spending money, but because we see something, we automatically think like, oh, I need to get this. Because something is trendy, like what's something trendy now is like these Stanley Cups. Because I see that, I want it. It's like 3 years ago, who even knew about a Stanley Cup? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the cups, but what I'm saying is we gotta stay focused. And the way that you stay focused is by having vision for your finances. If you don't have vision for your finances, you don't necessarily have nothing to stay focused on. So a proverb that I have been really like just meditating on and reciting is Proverbs 4:25. And it says, set your gaze on the path before you. With fixed purpose, looking straight ahead, ignore life's distractions. Distractions are all around us, but you gotta stay focused on the path in front of you. And as it relates to money, I wanna give you that same word. Stay focused on the path in front of you. Get a vision for your finances. Create those financial goals and stay focused. Say yes to what you can say yes to, and say no to what you can say or what you gotta say no to. So part 1 was all about focus and commitment. Part 2, we're getting into money is a tool. So practically, how do we use money effectively to really help us out? I'm gonna say that again. How do we use money effectively to really help us out? Money is just a tool, and there are 4 ways to use money as a tool. If you've been a part of my community for quite some time, I'm pretty sure you can repeat this in your sleep. There are 4 ways to use money as a tool, and for short, I call it SSIG. What are you saving? What are you spending? What are you investing? And what are you giving? So inside of the planner, I'm teaching you how to use money as a tool, and I highlight different things in each category. So let's get into it. The first one is saving. We should all have a high yield savings account, period. A high yield savings account is different than a traditional savings account, but it's not much different. When you think about a traditional savings account, it's a savings account that is attached to your checking account at your local bank, and you may earn like 0.001% or 0.0025% for the money that you have sitting in that account, pennies. Versus a high yield savings account, it is typically an online bank, and they pay you a higher interest rate for allowing your money to sit in the bank. Your interest rate can be as low as 1%. It can be as high as 4.6%. Right now, I have a high yield savings account with SoFi, and they offer you a 4.6% interest rate when you set up direct deposit, which is amazing. I also have a high yield savings account with Capital One, and that interest rate is 4.3%. So guys, there are so many great high yield savings accounts out there, and they are the most slept on accounts. And when I say slept on, they're slept on because I don't feel like they're really talked about. We just really go towards our traditional savings accounts because that's all we know. But why I am pushing so many women, and especially people in my community, to get a high yield savings account is because, one, it makes it very inconvenient for you to touch the money. Money management is more about discipline than it is anything else. It is more about discipline. So sometimes you have to put yourself in a position to win. If I can have my money in a high yield savings account and I'm not even worrying about it, it's out of sight, it's going to take me 2 to 3 days to get access to the money, I can't do that quick transfer, and they pay me a higher interest rate, What am I waiting on to put my money there? Any money that you have in your savings account, your high yield savings account, is literally just chilling. And I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but I believe there are 4 essential accounts that you need to keep your money organized. And I think that it is important to have a traditional savings account, and it's important to have a high yield savings account. And in your high yield savings account, you want all of your long-term savings goals to be there. So when I say long-term, I'm talking your emergency fund, because you're not expecting to use that money overnight. I'm talking purchasing a house, putting that money there. Now, if you're taking a vacation or a trip, then of course you can have that sitting in your traditional savings account, because 9 times out of 10, you're paying for that trip 3 months in advance or 6 months in advance. If you're really a planner, maybe a year in advance. It really just depends. But your traditional savings should be for your more short-term savings goals, versus your high yield savings account should be for your more long-term savings goal. So each and every single one of us needs a high yield savings account. If you don't have a high yield savings account, I want to put a link in the description box where you can create an account with SoFi. Now, it is an affiliate account, so you'll earn money and I'll also earn money too when you create that account. And it is a great way to start saving money and earning a higher interest rate than what you get at your bank right now. So that's the first one. When you get the planner, you can see it's more details and stuff, but I'm just giving you a high level view at how money is a tool and what you can really do to effectively use it. Next column, spending. Remember, I told you 4 ways to use money. What are you saving, spending, investing, and giving? When it comes to spending, you need to spend your money based on what you value. It is absolutely nothing wrong with spending money. So let's just get that out of our head. I'm not telling you to be around here being cheap, being frugal. If that's your thing, kudos to you. Have at it. But what I am saying is spend your money based on what you value. Not on what culture tells us, not what's on social media, not what's on trending. Spend your money on what you value. To me, I have friends, I have family members, they love shoes. They'll spend $300, $400, $500 in shoes. Kiani Epps, the responsible homegirl, is not doing that because I don't see the value in that. But let me want to invest, let it be like a course, or let it be a book, or let it be a conference. I'm going to spend $300 on that because that is what I value. And it is okay. It is okay. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you stupid or you're wrong for spending money on XYZ. If you value it, you value it. And it is okay. But you need to spend money based on what you value. Don't be out here frivolously spending money on everything just because you have the money there. Now, to me, that makes no sense. To me, that makes no sense. Value-based spending requires you to be intentional. And when I say intentional, you have to really think about it like, is this going to bring me more joy? Is this going to make my life more peaceful? Is this going to make my life easier for me? How is this going to benefit me in some sort of way? That's value-based spending. Value-based spending is spending your money on what you value, not just spending your money just to spend it. It's spending purposefully. So if you go in Target and you just strolling around and you just picking up stuff because it's cute, I don't think that makes sense. Do you value home decor? If you value home decor, cool. Have a blast. But if that's not what you value, if that's not something that you value and you're just picking it up because you see it, now that's a discipline area that we need to focus on. And we need to really ask ourselves questions with, why every time I walk in here and just because I see something, I have to purchase immediately? I have to satisfy my desire to get it right here instead of planning for it, waiting for it, and different things of that sort. So I'm not gonna go down a pigeonhole on that, but all I can say is spend your money based on what you value. Do not let this entire world, what's trending and all of this stuff, cause you to spend unnecessary money. Next, investing. Investing. I want all of my homegirls to get in the habit of investing. And when I say investing, I don't necessarily mean the stock market. I know we automatically associate investing with the stock market, but investing is a broad umbrella term. And underneath that umbrella, there are multiple ways to invest. And investing in the stock market is one of those ways. You can invest in a business. You can invest in real estate. You can invest in mutual funds, in ETFs. There's so many different ways you can invest. Invest in your self-education. But specifically what I want to talk about in this planner is I posed the question, do you have a Roth IRA? A while ago, I created a video talking about how every 20-something needs a Roth IRA. And an IRA is just short for an individual retirement account. So I'm gonna say it again, a Roth IRA, it is short for an individual retirement account. So most people who have a full-time job, depending on your employer, you'll be offered a 401k. So it is a retirement account that your company owns and that you contribute money to, and some companies, they even match the money. So if you say, okay, 3% of my check is going to this 401k, then a company may say, okay, well, since you're contributing 3%, we'll contribute 3%. So that is a match. But what I'm talking about, a Roth IRA, is not associated with a company. It is an account that you actually own. It is a fancy savings account, but you are actually investing the money. So the way I think about it is, you got a savings account here, you have money inside of that savings account, and in that savings account, you are buying investments. So your investments that you purchase, it could be an Apple stock, it could be a fraction of an Apple stock if you can afford the whole thing. It could be an Amazon stock, it could be a Meta stock, that's like your Facebook, your Instagram. It could be literally any company that you love, any company that you use, any company that you trust and that you want to invest in, you can invest in it. I always challenge people, like, we own iPhones, we have MacBooks, most of us got AirPods, we got all of these different stuff by Apple, but do we have any ownership? Do we have any stake in the company? Y'all know how many people love an iPhone, and to the day that they die, they will continue to use iPhones. They will never put their hands on an Android and say, this is my cell phone. So knowing that information, if I'm going to always have an iPhone, I need to always have a stake in this company. And as Apple makes money, I will make money as well. So investing is not as hard as we make it seem. Think about the companies that you use, the companies that you like, the companies that you know that other people know, like, and trust. And that is a very basic, surface level way to get started. So the same $20, $50 that we spend on a regular basis, you can be intentional and say, every single time I get paid, I'm going to send $25 to my Roth IRA. And I'm about a fraction of an Amazon stock. And as Amazon make money, I make money. You shopping on Amazon anyway? You are shopping on Amazon anyway. So because you're shopping on Amazon anyway, why not reap some more benefits than your 2-day shipping? Hello? So if you don't have a Roth IRA, do some research and create you one. I have my Roth IRA account with Fidelity. And the way that I chose Fidelity is because I really just like the education that they provided. I like the fact that it was very simplistic and easy for me to understand. I deposit my money. It's no different than like if you are transferring money from a checking to a savings account. I deposit the money there, and then I pick the stock that I want to purchase, and then I press buy. And it shows how your money is going up. It shows when your money is going down. And Roth IRAs, they are retirement accounts. So they're not put in place for you to use it as a savings account, like you go in and touch it. So if you touch your money before 59 and a half, you will get penalized. It'll be a 10% penalty. But there are some instances where you don't get penalized, like if you're buying a house and other different stuff that I really don't know a whole lot about. But when I opened up my Roth IRA, the intention wasn't to access money or to touch the money. No, the intention was I want to be preparing for the 65-year-old Kiani. And I want you to do the same thing. Think about insert your name. Think about the girl, the woman that you're going to be 40 years from now, 45 years from now. Because we're not going to be women who are just relying on a Social Security check. No, we're definitely not going to be the woman that's going to just be relying on my rich man. And even if you have a rich man, sis, that is great. But who don't want more options? Start preparing now. And the more you just intentionally invest there, it's going to compound. Racks on racks on racks. It's going to compound over time. So the same way compound interest, it hurts us on the debt side when we have this credit card debt and it's just increasing overnight. It helps us on the investment side because we are able to grow money and use time on our side, and it doesn't take a whole lot. And the reason why I'm saying $20 and $25 is because no matter what level you are, I want you to feel encouraged and empowered to do it. We all have $20 or $25 to put towards investing. Even if you're paying off debt, even if you're saving money, even if you're working through some other things. Now, I'm not telling you to attack every area of your personal finances at once. No, don't do that. Have your 3 focus areas like we talked about last week during part 1 of our video, but I still want this to be on the top of your mind so that you can know that there is more to money than just making it, spending it, and barely saving it. So going back to our 4 ways to effectively use money as a tool. We talked about what are we saving? All of us need a high yield savings account. In the description box, I have a link to SoFi where you can create one. Then spend your money based on what you value. What do you value? Know yourself and spend your money there, not based off of what's trending and all of this other craziness that's going on. Investing, prioritize investing. I know we talked about creating that Roth IRA, which is super important, but more importantly, invest in your self-education. And I would go on a rabbit hole talking about that, but that'll be another video for another day. And then last but not least is giving. Give. So I'm gonna just read this to y'all because it's real good and I need y'all to know this. And before I even read it to you, if you live your life with your hand like this, money can't come in. The only money that will come in is the one that you actually work for. Money can't come in. Money can't, no. Get it together, Kiana. Get your thoughts together. If you live your life closed fist like this, I was on the right track. Money can't come in because you're not letting none out. I'm gonna say that again. If you live your life like this, money isn't coming in because no money is leaving out. The only money that will come in is the one that you work hard for. Have you ever had an experience in your life where you like, dang, I know this was nobody but God? Because you know it wasn't nothing that you deserve. It was nothing that you actually put your hands to. It's nothing that you could take credit for because you know it wasn't you. That's how generosity works. And you're not giving with expectation to get something back. No, you're giving to give. You're saying, God, because you blessed me, I'm going to be a blessing. Period. So what I have written here in the planner: give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. That's Proverbs 11:24-25. I want to read that again because it just does something to my soul. Give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. That's Proverbs chapter 11, verse 24-25. And then I have after that, when you give, you put seed in the ground that stretches far beyond you. You may not see the return overnight, but just keep planting. Give even when you think you can't. So because we're talking about finances, I know every person, and I've been in a place before too where I feel like, oh, I don't have nothing to give. Your $5 is a gift. And you don't understand that the person that gives $5 in faith is just as big as the person that gives 10 grand in faith. If you gave that $5 because you know, oh God, I barely have nothing, but regardless of me having whatever, I'm still going to trust you and give in faith. God is celebrating that. And like I just read, you will prosper. So I just want you to have this visual representation of living your life with open hands, saying whatever I get, I'm going to be a blessing to others. Do not leave giving up to, oh, when I make X amount of money. No, start practicing right now. Have a generous spirit about you. Literally, when I'm budgeting my money, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm paying my tithes. Then I'm saving, then I'm spending, then I'm investing. And then I'm even thinking about, okay, what friends can I might surprise with lunch this week? Send them a quick 2025 lunch on me, girl. Or when I'm walking and I see somebody experiencing homelessness, can I give them $10 to go get lunch? I'm always thinking about how can I give? What organizations do you care about that you can give money to? What friend just started a business that you can support? And not out of, oh, they need my money. No, just out of, I see what you're doing. I support you. And I want to give monetarily to your vision, to what God has given you. So those are the 4 ways to use money as a tool SSIG. What are you saving, spending, investing, and giving? And it is so important to have a balance. Now, I always tell my clients and people that I work with, you have to know your season, know what season you're in. Because depending on the season, you might be saving a little bit more than you're spending in a season. You have to be able to label your season, know what you're working towards, and like I said at the beginning of this video, stay focused on the path that's in front of you. Do not get distracted don't get distracted by life distractions and all of this stuff that we have around us that can easily knock us off course. So money is just a tool. Money is just a tool. Again, I am coming from a few things you probably weren't taught about money. This is our educational portion in the Responsible Homegirl Planner. If you have not picked up your copy yet, make sure you go to theresponsiblehomegirl.com and pre-order your planner. When you pre-order your planner, you get access to our Payday planning sessions that happen every Friday at 6:30 p.m. And y'all, the reason why I created these Payday planning sessions is because I know how it is to want to do something, but not like, for one, have the support and the community around it, but then also nobody not holding you accountable. So you can say you want to do something, but the moment you don't feel like it, girl, the thought is out the window. I want to help you be a woman of your word. I want to help you be accountable, be more disciplined, and really build up that habit of planning on payday. That's why I chose Fridays. I know most people get paid on Fridays. And if you didn't get paid this week, it's cool. Come next week. The way that you get access to these payday planning sessions is by pre-ordering or ordering your Responsible Homegirl planner. So make sure you click the link in the description box, get your planner, and pull up to our payday planning sessions. I am so grateful that you trust me to help you on your personal finance journey. Remember that money is just a tool, and with exposure, execution, and consistency, there is absolutely nothing you can't do. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your homegirl, encourage her to start her personal finance journey and to really be more financially responsible this year. And she don't gotta do it alone, because the Responsible Homegirl is here to help. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on next week with another video. Bye, y'all.